Hello YouTube, it's your boy B3 back with another kicking graphic novel review. Yeah, last time we did Venomverse, and as promised, this time we are doing the Venom X-Men Blue crossover, Poison X. Yeah, here's a sorta kinda look at the cover. Poison X. I am not much of an X-Men fan, to be honest. I like Wolverine. Everyone likes fucking Wolverine. And I like X-23. I like the kind of Wolverine stuff. And I read some of the Wolverine stuff every now and then. But I'm just not an X-Men person. I prefer solo books to team books most of the time, to be honest. And that's just a personal preference. But the X-Men over the years have gotten really confusing. X-Men books are pretty convoluted. And I mean, all comic books are, but but the X-Men books can, like, they can be really confusing. They're always in space and other dimensions, and something's always happening crazy with the X-Men. There's always so many teams, you can't keep up with what's happening with the X-Men continuity-wise unless you're reading all these different books. It's just easier for me to not read X-Men. But they crossed over with my boy Venom, my favorite Marvel character. So I had to read this. Plus, it's part of the Poison Saga, as I like to call it. And also the Venom title from 2016. So, quick read up at the back of the book. The children of the Atom and the Lethal Protector team up to take down an extra-dimensional threat! This is it, folks. The team-up you've been asking for. Not me, but perhaps others. X-Men Blue and Venom must band together in the cold reaches of space to protect our universe from a threat more diabolical than you can ever imagine. But will Eddie Brock, his faithful symbiote, Marvel Girl, Cyclops, Iceman, Beast, and Angel be enough to save the universe from the poisons? It's a crossover like no other. One that will change the lives of Venom and the X-Men. It says save the universe from the poisons, but the poisons aren't really in it until the very end. By the way, it's collecting X-Men Blue 2122 in Annual Number 1 and Venom 2016 162 and 163 by Colin Bunn, Jacopo Camini, Edgar Salazar, Ario Antonito, Alan Martinez, Matt Milla, Matt Milla, and Dono Sanchez Almara. Yeah, it's got pretty good art. Venom has a small mouth through the whole book for some reason, but that's why. And Cyclops is like talking to his dad on space FaceTime at the beginning. And his dad gets abducted by symbiotes. And those symbiotes were actually hunted by a symbiote hunter who ups the aggression of the symbiotes and then sells them as weapons. But yeah, Cyclops' dad was abducted by a symbiote, so they recruit Venom to help them, and of course Venom doesn't want to do it, because that's just how Eddie Brock is. But his symbiote puts him to sleep, because the symbiote wants to help. But Eddie doesn't. So the symbiote puts him to sleep, and they take him to space without his consent to go save his dad from this fucking psychic bitch who's crazy. I don't know, she's pretty psycho. Killer Thrill, or something like that's her name, I can't really remember. But they abducted Cyclops' dad and his friends, who I'm, once again, not familiar with at all. I don't know anything about what's happened in X-Men Blue. I just know they're time displaced. That's all I know. But, I mean, they're on this fucking Tatooine-esque world in the Tatooine Cantina looking for him, and then all the symbiotes that are on these aliens show up, and they all fight. Cyclops almost gets gutted. He's bleeding out. And they go to the symbiote arms dealer, and they bust up his operation, and they get him arrested. And then all of the X-Men get symbiotes. They kind of enhance them emotionally and physically, so everyone's kind of at each other's throats a little bit. And then the symbiote hunter, while he's in prison, is recruited by the Kraven the Hunter Poison. Very cool. I love Kraven the Hunter, and I'm pretty. Poisons are pretty cool too, so that's really awesome. And then the X-Men go and they get onto that the pirate's ship to get his dad back, to get Cyclops' dad back, and they're fighting and stuff. And then poisons show up, and the poisons absorb the entire crew, and also Jean Grey. They absorb Jean Grey, so Jean dies. Which I knew she was going to do because they hint at it real fucking hard. Real fucking hard. But yeah, so Jean dies, so this killer Thrill, and they have to destroy all these poisons. And then Venom is like, we got to get to Earth because the poisons, they aren't going to stop. And then, of course, the X-Men all give up their symbiotes, and then Cyclops' dad is going to take the symbiotes back to their planet. And then they were like, hey, and then the planet turned out to be empty. When they went there, the poisons came and took all of the symbiotes from the entire planet. And now they're fucking headed to Earth. So, next it will continue in Venomized, which is right here next to me. So, that'll be the end of the Poison Saga. I've already reviewed Edge of Venomverse and Venomverse, which are part of the Poison Saga. So if you want to check those out, check those out. Yeah, they should have already been reviewed at this point, since I'm reading these in order. Why wouldn't I read them in order, am I right? But, that's it. The art's good. Venom's tiny mouth took some getting used to, but he had a tiny little mouth the whole time. And he was still good old violent Venom. I don't appreciate this as much as X-Men fans would, I don't think, because it's mostly X-Men stuff, I feel like, in this. It's mostly X-Men drama, which I don't understand, because it's mostly X-Men characters, So, I didn't appreciate this as much as someone who's into the X-Men would, but it was still a good book. It's still a good book. I'm enjoying this, and I cannot wait to read Venomized. Sadly, I really need to get some sleep because I got stuff to do tomorrow. I know. So sad. That's it. Thank you all once again for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all later.